night. I pray all is well with everyone on this beautiful, blessed Tuesday. Tuesday night. And the weather feels so good here in Temple. So I was going to cook, but I didn't get to cook because they were still eating the food from yesterday. So I said, I'm not going to cook. Hey, Chef K. Hey, guys. How y'all doing? I want to come on here before I go to bed. The After Dark specials will be on a Friday or Saturday. Hey, Devetta, Andrea, Glenda. How y'all doing? That's going to be on a Friday or Saturday night. Taz, Miss V, Monica, Lynn. How y'all doing? So I want to wait till some more people come on. Then I can say what I got to say. I don't know why people think when a person come on here and talk about something in real life, they do that for views. Hey, Gigi. They do that for views. You got to have the likes to get paid, okay? You got to have the likes. People got to do the like button for you to get paid. It don't matter how many views you got. You got to hit the like button to get paid. So, hey, Eden, CC. So, I don't know why people, you get on here and you talk about real live things. I mean, things that's going on in the world. Oh, they need views. That's why they acting like that. They need views. So, when I was talking this morning, some people got kind of offended because I was talking about the pocketbook, okay? You need to wash your pocketbook out. People got offended. I don't know why they get offended. That's real life stuff. And these the pills you can go buy at Publix, okay? If you can't, you don't want to buy what's called these right here. You can go buy these pills to help you. Make sure you keep your pH balance right. Make sure you keep your pocketbook fresh, okay? Grand night. Hey, Monica. Thank you. Thank you for hitting that like button. You too, Monica. You have a good night. But, hey, Ebony. So people get mad. You know what I'm saying? We as women, we have to tell each other sometimes we have to wash our pocketbook out, okay? Because some people don't know how to watch. Like this young man, he told me today, he said, Claudette, maybe some people they weren't taught how to wash it out. They don't know how to wash it. They don't know how to wash it out or none of that. Then they got mad because I say about the bonnet. What about what you wear on your head? Well, first of all, women wear bonnets. You know what I'm saying? I can see if you wearing clean ones, all right? That's no problem. But when you wearing the same one, you wearing that one all outside all day long. Then when you get ready to go lay in the bed with your man, you still got that same thing on. When I get ready to lay in the bed with my husband, I let my hair down. I let my hair down because if he want to, I let my hair down. So stop being all uptight, okay? Because some of y'all need to hear that. I believe the ones who got mad, they pocketbook must be ain't too clean. So that's probably what the problem is right there. Getting ready to head out. I'm getting ready to head out for work. Yes, I wash my pocketbook before going to work. You have to wash it. You have to wash it because you be sleeping at night all sweaty and stuff. You know what I'm saying? And I ain't talking about nobody, but I'm just talking real life stuff because if I smell the tingly, I want somebody to tell me, hey, treasie, you need to freshen up. I want somebody to tell me. I don't want to be around here smelling all tingly. Got a doctor's appointment tomorrow, 2 hours Oh wait, so I'm getting ready to call it a night also. Why would anyone be offended about you talking about keeping your and I'm not calling nobody out because we as women, we have to look out for each other. Because sometimes people don't, let me tell you, some people don't even much wash up. They'll go and throw on anything. Put my mouthpiece in. They'll go and put on anything. Never understood why they even come to the channel to complain. You are absolutely right. You have to keep that pocketbook. That's what I'm saying. They feel like, I guess people feel that I'm talking about somebody, but no, because if I was smelling tingly, I want somebody to be warm enough to, hey, Tree said, you ain't too right now. Okay, thank you. But I came on this live because I want to say this right here. Honey, I don't turk. I don't do all that dropping like a hot, all that and stuff. I drop it like it's hot when I got to, okay? But anyway, this is what I want to tell everybody. Y'all remember when I was getting all them phone calls and when I come on live, I talk real life. For me, I don't shower every day. I freshen up though. I live in my car and I don't make it to the shower. But that's all right. You freshen up. That's all that matters. I work for a hospital. You can actually get rid up if you. Oh, they need the rights. It's me kill. Some people need to be wrote up how they be smelling. I'm gonna leave it like that. But y'all remember when I was getting all them phone calls and I was getting all them videos, them nasty videos. Do y'all remember that? So you need advice about what? Okay, so I wasn't gonna say nothing, but I'm gonna go ahead and say something because I talked to the lady today. So 2 weeks ago, yes, those stupid people. I live with my mother and my wife. And what's the problem? You live with your mother and wife and what? So I'm going to talk and then I'll come back and I can answer your question, whatever you want to ask. So y'all, 2 weeks ago, my mother is too controlling towards my... Well, first of all, let me tell you something. Your mother is too... Y'all, let me answer this question right quick. Your mother is too controlling to your wife. You need to put your feet down. Wait a minute. Okay, I live with my mother and wife. Well, first of all, if that's your mama house, you and your wife need to get your own place and nobody won't be controlling. But if that's you and your wife's house, your mama shouldn't be in there controlling your house, okay? And controlling your wife, okay? Because when you got married, it was you and your wife. Your mama ain't got nothing to do with that. And she shouldn't be controlling your wife anyway. And she living in your household, man, please. You need to put your feet down, all right? You need to put your feet down on your mama if you stand in your mama house and let your mama know you're going to respect my wife. You're not going to be controlling my wife. But anyway, your wife need to put her feet down on your mama too. If that's her house, let your mama know this is my place. You ain't finna be trying to control me and control where I live at. But anyway, back to what I was saying. So 2 weeks ago, the state attorney called me and told me, they wanted me and my husband to come down. And I said, sure. And she was like, when? I say, well, I tell you what, how about after 3:30? She said, okay, after 3:30, come next week. So that was the 29th, May 29th. So she said, well, I'm gonna send you and your husband a subpoena and you and him come down here for May 29th and I'm gonna send it to your email. I said, okay. But when I got there, I forgot my email. I forgot her name and everything. So they put my name in, my phone number. When I got up there and I told them I'm here to see the state attorney. And she was like, what's your phone number? So I gave her my phone number and she was like, oh, you the victim. against such and such. I'm not gonna say the young man's name. I'm not gonna say his name. I'm gonna have, you know what? Even though he was even though he was disrespectful and doing those things right there, I'm not gonna say his name on him. So we went back there to talk. Me and my husband and two state attorneys. The other one, she wasn't there. So we got back there and they went to talking to us. And they told us they got the young man who was doing it to me. And he admitted when they went to his house, to talk to him, he admitted everything. And he told them that he watched me on YouTube. I talk about God, I talk about sex. And he told them everything. And he said the only reason why he stopped, because I said I was going to call the police on him. And which I did call the police on him. Okay? Because the videos that he was sending me was not good videos. They was terrible. They was bad videos. And those videos was videos of people, kids. And so when I was down there and I talked to the state attorney them, I told them my story. I started crying. They was about to cry too, because I told them I was that child. I was that child that was RAPE. I was that child. And right now, I told them, I say, right now, as I'm talking to y'all, that is happening to a child right now. And they asked what I want. They said, what would you like to happen? My husband said, I want that mother skunt to go to prison. I want him to go to prison. And I said, I want him to go to prison. I want him to go to prison because the things that you was doing was not right. And for you to send me videos of people, kids being violated, it's sad. And every charge that he got is a third-degree felon, a third-degree felon charge. And it's just sad that this young man ruined his life. Because now this young man going to have to register as a sex offender. And I just, you know what? I feel bad for him. Even what he was doing to me was so wrong. I feel so bad for him. I feel bad for his parents, for him to be doing something like that. And his parents ain't even probably raised him like that. And, you know, even what he did wrong, and I know his name. When they told me his name, I said that got to be a black boy. Sure enough, it was a black young man, okay? Okay. So, but you know what? All jokes aside, I just feel bad for his parents. I really do. Because his parents didn't probably ain't much raise him like that. And even though what he did wrong to me, I can go on him. I can say his name. I can tell y'all where he live at and everything. But I would not do that. Because somebody don't did you wrong, you don't do wrong back to them. You don't do wrong back to them. You sit back and you let God fight that battle for you. And I say for him to be 21 years old to mess up his life like that, it's crazy. Because I come on this YouTube channel, I don't talk bad about nobody. I don't call people out their name, no nothing. Yes, I talk about God, I talk about sex and everything. But what this young man did in the videos that this young man that was calling FaceTime showing me, and even sending them to me in text messages, I wouldn't even much want to show them to nobody, because if y'all see those videos, y'all will break down crying. Y'all will break down crying, and that's why I was like losing it. And like I told the state attorneys last Thursday, I said, if a person never been violated, you'll never understand You'll never understand what somebody's going through. I say some people been violated till they take their life, they lose their mind, they wind up on drugs, because everybody not strong to handle those things right there when somebody violate them. They can't handle it. And like I told them, it's people right now, they 50, 60 years old, still carrying that weight around from when somebody violated them when they was a child. And I told them, I want him to pay the consequences. I want him to pay the consequences for what he did for showing them videos to other people, other people, kids being violated, and you doing that trying to hurt me. I want him to pay. I want him to pay for it. And he's going to pay for it. He know he's going to pay for it. He know it. So, and another thing, so the people who come on the internet, and you think you can just bully people, and you think you can do things and get away with it. And like a lot of people were saying, oh, they ain't gonna do nothing. They ain't gonna do nothing, honey. When you put it in the law hand, and you sit back and you let God fight them battles, you watch out the outcome. You watch. And today when I went to get my food, as soon as I walked in to get my food, I saw the state attorney. She said, you did tell me you work over this way. I said, yeah. I said, I want to talk to you. I said, is it a problem if I get on the internet and speak on this right here? She said, no, it's not a problem. And I told her, I said, I'm not going to say the young man's name. I'm not going to say his name. I said, because that's wrong. She said, you know what? And what he did was so wrong. It was so wrong what he did. And she was telling me, she said, I have people that get on Facebook and get a whole detail. Get a person name and everything. And I told her, I said, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. I know this young man's whole name. I know his date of birth. I know where he stay at, everything. But what would I get out of getting on the internet saying all this about this young man? And I told her today, I say, I was talking to someone, and they say maybe this young man going through a little something. And I went to thinking, and I told her, I said, maybe he going through something. And she said, I don't care what he going through. What he did to you was so wrong. So wrong. And he shouldn't do that. He shouldn't have did what he did. And she was like, those videos that he sent you was the worst videos ever. Ever. So to that young man, because I know you might be looking at this, I'm not going to call your name. Even though you disrespected me, you really disrespected me. I'm not going to call your name. I'm not going to say where you live at, because I'm not getting no brownie points for doing that. I just want to tell you, I'm praying for you. Whatever you're going through, I'm praying for you. And when you went to the police station, your grandfather took you to the police station. And I just pray that God just help you, whatever you're going through. Whatever. So when people think they can come on the internet and do things and get away, no. They'll find out who doing it. They'll find out where you at. And he don't even stay in the state of Florida, okay? So he don't stay in the state of Florida. They went all the way where he at. And I know people was like, she crazy, she this and that. See, you have to move in silence sometimes. You move in silence, and then you let God fight these battles. You let God take care of it and watch the outcome. He didn't care about you, and that's right. And let me tell y'all his charges. He got 3 communication charges with me. He got stalking. He got a stalking charge with me. Child pornography. Then he got the same thing with my husband. He don't have stalking. Let me. Somebody just text me. So, and each charge is a 3rd-degree felony. Each one of them. And I say, what make a 21-year-old want to do that? Don't mess your life up. You don't mess your whole life up. And for you to come at me like this, I never get on here and disrespect nobody. I never ever just get on here and tear people down. I talk about real life stuff. Real life stuff. And I know a lot of people be getting mad when I get on here and I talk about real life stuff. A lot of people can't take that right there. But I refuse to get on here and just tear down a woman or tear down a man. I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that. And then even when I get on here and talk about real life stuff, people still want to come at me and stuff. And they know it's true, but they still got something to say. And yeah, some people got to learn the hard way. And I told them, I want him to learn. I want him to learn. And see, if I was nasty like some other YouTubers, I'd be on here blurting the name out, saying where they live at, and everything. But what would I get out of that? What would I get out of that right there? And I just feel bad. When they told me his grandfather took him to the police station, I felt so bad. I felt so bad because I said, I feel bad for his granddaddy to take him down there. They probably don't even much know he doing that right there. I felt bad for his granddad, and I'm like, and I told him I feel so bad for his granddaddy, and I feel if he with his mom and his dad, I feel bad for his parents because you don't raise a child up like that, and then when your child act like that, you be wondering why they acting like that. That demon doesn't need his name held back. He didn't care about you and lynch mob. Develta, I know he don't deserve to have. I know he don't deserve for me to have his name hold back, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that to that young man. I'm not. Even when he had me like upset, crying about them videos because that was somebody's child. I'm still not going to do that. But when they said, as soon as she said his name, I said, there got to be a black kid. Because the name that he had, and I'm just like, and I know some of y'all want me to say his name, but I'm not gonna say his name. I'm not gonna do that. No. So she was like, I'm gonna call you this week. I said, okay. Because we went we had to be there May 29th at 3:30 downtown at the state attorney's office. So she was like, I'm going to call. She said she's going to call me this week. My husband said, that mother skunt knew what he was doing. That mother skunt need to go to prison. That's how he was acting. And I was like, when I found out his age, I'm like, 21 years old? Oh, 21 years old. And people think that you can bully people on the internet and get away with it. And see, some people just sit back and some people might not say nothing. But honey, when you involve somebody's children, oh, I'm going to say something. Because I was that same child that was violated. No, I'm going to say something. And the last night that he called me, and he said he stopped calling me because I said I was going to call the police. Oh yeah, that same night when I got off when I ended the live, honey, the sheriff was out there. Yeah. And they had me and my husband phone for like 2 weeks. 2 weeks. That's why I had to use my tablet. I ain't have no phone for 2 weeks because they had to get everything off the phone that this young man was sending us. Were you able to find out how he got your honey? He got to be a smart little boy because he told him once I block him from another number, he called him from another number. So he good on the computer. I don't know how he got you can Google my name, my information gonna come up. But so that's how he got my information because when you Google somebody's name, the people who some kin to you gonna come up, all of that's gonna come up. And I mean, I showed them when I went down there Thursday, I showed them how many times he called me in one day. So he called me one time, like over 100 times. And that's what he did, Raymond. I'm not gonna lie, y'all. I'm not gonna need much lie. I feel sorry for him. I feel sorry, and the reason why I feel sorry for him, because he probably going through something. He probably is going through something, so that's why I feel sorry for him, and that's why I'm not gonna mention his name on him. None of that. I just feel sorry, and I just pray that whatever he's going through, that God just help him and touch his heart and his mind. That's all I can say right there. I don't think they post your number. God, I hope not. That's why you should just have anonymous name on social media. They got everything. He told them everything. He told them everything, and they said the detectives in his hometown, when they went to his house, he admitted everything. He told them everything that he did. He told them he sent me the videos. He kept calling me. He did not deny nothing. He told them everything. So I'm just praying, because I could get on here, I could be going, but for what? I'm just praying that whatever he going through, that God just help him through it. That's the only thing I can say, that God help him. And I know some people say, I'll be going on there, I'll be cussing him out, I'll be saying, I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to do that right there. Just pray that God help him, whatever he going through. And if you looking at my video, I pray that God help you. I pray that he help you, because you going through something. You're going through something. And I just pray that God help you, God uplift you. Because to be 21 years old, to be doing that to somebody. And I didn't know I offended anybody by coming on here talking. I talk about God, say scriptures, then I do might talk about sex, have adult conversation. So, I don't know. But y'all hit that like button. Y'all subscribe to my channel. Y'all can even buy membership badges too. And people got to understand, it don't matter how many views you get. You don't get paid for the views. You get paid for the likes that you get. That's what you get paid for. Not the views, the likes. So tomorrow morning, y'all will hear a video. Y'all will see a video saying, she said I was doing it. Now she said this and that. Now y'all see. I never knew who was doing that because I didn't know who was doing it. I never said such and such was doing it, but now I know who was doing it. Since the state attorney told me who was doing it. So I don't think they post your number. Even though he might be going through something, don't make it okay to... I know, Raymond, it don't make it okay to harass me. And that's the same thing the state attorney said. She said, even though he might be going through something, he's still wrong. He shouldn't even much did none of that to you. None of that. And she said those videos are so horrible that he sent you. Those videos make you break down crying. That's what they'll do. Make you want to break down. He didn't say why. Only thing he said, he watched me on YouTube and that I talk about God and I talk about sex. More confirmation. He has 2 out of 10 marbles. So you think this was his crowd? Raymond, I don't know what it was, but he was wrong. He was so wrong. His cry for testing the system to see how far they go to get kept. Yeah, I believe that too. I say if he did this to my channel, how many more channels he don't did this to? Raymond, I'm just like, what I'm gonna get on? I won't get nothing out of him getting on him cussing this young man out. I wouldn't. And I know some people might be saying, she crazy. I tell his name. I tell where he live at. I'm not gonna do that. He was very, very wrong. 2 wrongs don't make a right. And what he did was so wrong. I mean, it was so wrong. He may have been violated as well and learned this from someone else, which is sad because it does not make it right. So yes, he may be going through something. Where you can buy the membership set. The Devetta have to tell you where to buy the membership set. And you know what the state attorney told me today? She said she know people who have been violated. By them being violated, that make them violate somebody else. That's what she was telling me. And I told her, I said, that's true. And like what I told her before, some people cannot take it. Like some people violate other people. Some people lose their mind. Some people take their life. Some people be on drugs. And then sometimes you be wondering why the same sex be going together. Like when a woman been violated, she don't trust a man. She be with a woman because she trusting that woman. And then when a man been violated by another man, that's all he know about because this man violated me, so this right here. But like this right here, me, it made me a strong black woman. it made me being able to get on here on my platform and talk about what I've been through, because it's people 50, 60 years old still carrying around a childhood, carrying something around from childhood where somebody violated them. And like I say all the time, you have to forgive to make yourself, to heal yourself, but you never forget. You'll never forget none of that. So, and if you ain't never been violated, you don't never know. You don't know the pain that a person go through. You never know the pain. Because that pain with them forever. You should. Sometimes it's good to move on and let it go. That's right. You have to move on and you have to let it go. And I know some people be like, I ain't doing this. But when you move on and let it go, you healing yourself. You is healing yourself. But if you keep holding on to it, you're gonna be stuck in the same spot. The same old spot. So sometimes, sometimes you need to start forgiving so you can start healing. Stop carrying all that pain around inside of you. I need them for Saturday morning so I can't order them. What my sister talking about something. But y'all hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. I'm sorry you had to see that. I'm truly I gotta use my iPad private. Most people would put it in. Yeah, I mean, most people would expose him, but I look at it like this right here. I don't want to do this because he facing charges already. So when everything over with, I'll let y'all know what happened. I already know what's finna happen, but I'm still. I know y'all saying, some people saying you should tell his name. I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do it. I'm not gonna do it. The only thing I got to say, 21 years old and you messed your life up like that. 21 years old. Little boys get violated by grown women. Yeah, and that's true. Grown women violate little boys too. I just can't understand. What is it about when a grown woman want to violate a little child, little boy? All this big old meat around here running around and want to give it away free, and you want to go get some little boy. That's the same thing with these old big old overgrown nasty men. I was finna say another word. I had to catch my tongue because I would have been in trouble. But a lot of other grown men, y'all around here want to mess with these little boys and mess with these little girls and around here because they fresh, ain't nobody touched them. That is so nasty. Let me tell y'all, in St. Pete, I think it's St. Peter, Clearwater, the man messed with the little boy last year. His old nasty, working at Publix. He worked at Publix too. His old nasty self messed with that little boy, gave that little boy AIDS. Now that little boy got AIDS. The little boy was like 12 years old, nasty self. I don't even think they should, when men violate children, I don't even think they should take them to prison. They should just cut their thing off. Them children have to live with that stuff for the rest of their life. So Sunday when I was talking to y'all and I was telling y'all about a picture, and I was telling my mama, I said, Mama, it was a picture of me sitting in your back door, sucking my thumb. And y'all, they was out there playing with my brother, his cousin, and my brother was little. And I told my mama, I see that picture plain as day. And she said, I know what picture you talking about. I told my mama I was so sad. I was so sad right then. I was so sad because that's when my daddy did that to me. Sad. And that's why when that young man was sending me those pictures, them videos of children being violated, that broke me down. Broke me down. I have been done wrong, not sexual, but my mom is horrible. I still treat people with love and respect. You did what you were supposed to do. You don't have to expose him. Vengeance is mine, said the Lord. He will handle it. That's right, Brenda. That's true. That's why I said, why would I get on here and call this young man name out? Why would I get on here and say where he live at? And if he watching this, he know. He know what he did, and he know he was wrong. My advice is to seek therapy if you can, because after you have everyday trigger, the person and tell you, remember, and you know what? What my therapy is when I can get on here and I can speak on it. I can speak on it and let other people know you're not the only one that's going through this. You're not the only one that been violated. And if you know what? I have forgave, but I haven't forgot. And you have to start healing yourself. Because when you still hating that person that violating you, they still got control of you. They still got control of you after all these years. That's why you have to forgive. You can forgive them, but don't forget. I know what your ass did to me. That's so you have to forgive. To forgive to start healing. That's what you got to do. Because if you don't forgive to start healing, you're going to be stuck in that same place. And then you stuck and you can't open that door and go back and change what a person did to you. You got to move on. And I know I know a lot of people say it's not easy. Honey, it ain't nobody but God. Nobody but God that got me through this. Nobody but God say, use that platform to let people know what you went through. Use that platform to let people know the man that's supposed to be your dad is the man that violated you. Use your platform because your testimony that you don't went through gonna help somebody else to let them know if she don't went through it and heal, I can heal too. I can heal too. And let me tell you, everybody that did me wrong as a child, I thank you. I salute you because you made me a strong black woman that I am. And baby, I ain't even much mad with you. Because see, when you know who you serve and you know who gonna fight battles for you, you leave it into God's hand and let God fight the battle. And sometimes you just got to sit back. Because see, God gonna get them. God gonna get them. Yes, Teresa, you have to forgive to give them what power. Angela, tell her it is your fault, hers too, because she raised you. Even though I got hurt on my job and my money was reduced, this should be a members only topic. I can't find. Your mom say, do your mom got a house Let me tell you, I wouldn't even much want if one of my kids had to come stay with me, honey. We gonna make it work. We gonna make it work. That's what we gonna do. I love your videos. Can you please wish my stepdad Lou, happy 66th birthday? He is. Happy birthday, Lou. I pray that you enjoy your day to the fullest. And I pray that God bless you. And that all your wishes come true. All your wishes. Your dad violated you. Oh no, that's a different level of betrayal. I can only imagine the confusion, a lack of trust your young mind was experiencing at that time. Oh my God, it's me, Kill. I just turned bitter. I was just so mean. And I said, my sister from his wife then, but they weren't married no more. I used to be saying, if he died, if he fall down, I'll step over his body. That's what I used to be saying. I'll step over his body. And that's bad when somebody, your daddy do it to you. So that's why that junk was triggering me with those kids, because and parents, y'all got to stop leaving y'all kids with everybody. Stop trusting everybody with your kids. And then when they tell me, let your daughter sit on my lap, your child ain't got no business sitting on nobody's lap. Your little boy, your little girl, nobody. What they want to sit on they lap for? Hell, they ain't sitting on your lap. Stop trusting everybody. They be telling me, oh, we family. Your family do it too. Okay? And they say, keep it in the house. Keep it in the house. I wish I was protected when I was young. 3 people violated me as a child. Tasha, I am so sorry. And I know the pain that you're going through, because you know what? Because you'll never forget. You'll never, ever forget. And some people be telling you to get over it. They can say get over it because they never been in that situation. To tell you, oh, get over it, stop, you just going on and on. When somebody don't violate you, especially as a child, they took something from you. And let me tell you how bad it used to be. Like, even when I get with my friends, and my friends talk about the first person who touched them, and I used to be so quiet. So quiet. I could never sit there like they conversation, the first young boy that touched them. And I'm sitting, I'm like, the first person that ever touched me was my daddy. So I know what some of y'all females, males too, going through when y'all holding on some stuff when people don't violate you. And then, but you have to forgive to heal for yourself. You have to forgive that person for yourself, not for them, to make them feel good. Because, baby, when I see him, I don't even much say, hey, cat, dog, okay? Hey, cat, dog. I saw him one day. He said, hey, Treasie. And I used to talk to him before, because you got to have a forgive. And I told him, he said he wanted to talk to me one time. I'm like, what you gonna talk to me for? How you gonna talk to me for what you did to me? He started crying. He apologized. It was me and my husband there. He apologized. He was crying or whatever. And I told him, I hated you. I hated you for so many years. But I had to forgive you to get where God want me to be at. Because you can't hate a person and love God, even though when they did you wrong. You got to have a forgiving heart. So I said, I forgive you. I forgive you because I can't get where God want me to be at in life if I continue to walk around and say I hate you. Because you the one going to feel it. He going to tear your butt up. Hope you're doing great. My mother stopped walking because she was tired of taking care of herself. Um, you know what? Movies like that, when I first saw Precious, it bothered me. It bothered me. But even though what I went through, now I can speak openly about it. I can speak on it, and I can tell people my story. Tell people my story, because at first I used to be like so ashamed, like it was my fault, this and that. But how it's a child fault? And now I can use this platform to get on here and tell my story, tell the things that I don't went through, to let people know it's all right. And even though that people done me wrong coming up, I'm still not going to come on here and bash them. I'm still not going to get on here and just call their name out. Because when I talk, they know who I'm talking about. And the reason why the things that people have done to me wrong, the reason why I don't get on here and bash them, because what I'm gonna get out on coming on here and bashing somebody because they have done me wrong. I'm not gonna do that. That's why you let God fight every battle. Every battle. And sometimes we be like, you taking too long, but he's still gonna get him. His left leg was amputated. Sadly, the child is often blamed for someone violating, and that's true. Oh no, another love. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear. Who passed? Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that, Levette. I feel extra good now. You're glad to see. Hey, my holy king. I couldn't watch the entire movie because it triggered me. Did you ever tell? Oh yeah, I told him. I told him when I got grown. I kept that thing in, but when I told my mom cried like a baby. Oh, my mom fell on the ground. Hey, Real Spill, I would never forgive my mother for not walking. I lost my cousin Jeffrey, treasie I lost my cousin Jeffrey on last Friday. That's why. Oh, I'm so sorry, little bit. I pray that God give you and your family strength. My mother stopped walking because she was tired of taking care of herself, so she stopped walking. So that's what I'm gonna do. When I start having adult nights, you're gonna have to be a member, okay? You're gonna have to be one of my members that do adult nights. Because people be coming on here and people don't even be wanting to hit the like button. You don't want to subscribe to the channel. You just want to sit there and you want to watch. So when I start doing adult nights, it's gonna be members only. If you ain't a member, you ain't gonna be included, and that's what I'm gonna start doing. And when I start talking about different some topics, I'm gonna do members only. I don't care if I have 4, 5 members on there. It's gonna be members only. That's what I'm gonna start doing. And I said I was gonna do a testimony, tell a testimony of my life, the things that I done been through. It's gonna be members only. That's what I'm gonna start doing. My uncle, my mom, teenage brother, I did. She cried that my uncle had never had a good life. I'm not spoken to him in 50 years, as you say, God. When they do something wrong, they ain't gonna have no good luck. No good luck. I remind you of the mother from Boys in the Hood. Thank you. She ain't even much play the radio either. But I just came on here tonight so I could tell y'all that they found the person who was calling me and doing all that stuff. But I got to go to sleep. I don't know. Lately, I don't like cooking when I get off work because it be too hot. I don't know. I like cooking in the morning. Kids, remember, that's why you have to be careful what you do around them. They do. Kids, remember. Y'all mothers better wake up, start protecting your kids, start watching your kids. I live in my car and I am a member. Let's go. That's right. And that's true. Here she live in her car and she a member. Man, come on. I hit the like button before I enter. Thank you, Real Spill. But y'all, I'm finna get ready. I got to get my clothes ready for work. And plus, I'm tired. This heat ain't nothing nice here in Tampa. But I pray y'all have a blessed night. Y'all be safe. Y'all build a wall of protection around y'all. Ask God to build a wall of protection around y'all and uplift y'all and keep your family safe and everything. And I'll see y'all in the morning because y'all know I'm coming on here in the morning to cook. I don't know why I like getting up cooking lately and early in the morning. Or sleeping. So y'all have a good night. Y'all hit that like button, subscribe to my channel. Y'all know this gonna be the talk tomorrow. Oh, she found out who did it. I told y'all I ain't do that. So, so y'all hit that like button and y'all have a blessed night. Don't let nobody steal your peace, your joy, your happiness, none of that. And I love y'all. Thank y'all for hanging out with me. Thank y'all. I just love y'all. Thank y'all so much. And I'll see y'all later.